Hello everyone, hope you're alright. In today's video, I'm going to plant an apple tree next to my fence here. I bought this apple tree last year in February, and this is a dwarf self-fertile apple tree. And basically, I planted it first in my front yard garden, and it has been there throughout the year. It has grown quite a lot during the year, but I felt like it was growing in a fan shape, so the side shoots were coming out like a fan shape, which is best form of the tree to grow along fences. So basically an espalier tree. So I want to train this apple tree as an espalier tree. Here you can see this tree. So it has one main shoot, which is the leader, and it is growing two side shoots from one side and one side shoot from the other side. But this is not the ideal shape to grow in an open position here, where it has to face lots of wind. So I changed my mind, and basically I have taken it out from here, and now I'm going to plant it in a container because it's a dwarf tree, so it can stay in a container which is large enough to handle the roots. So I have got this big container which is 40 to 45 centimeter diameter and can hold up like 40 liters of soil. So I have dug this tree out now when it's in dormancy. So you can see I have already filled the container like 3/4, and I'm trying to adjust the tree in a position so there is enough distance, there is enough gap from the fence, like half-foot fence for the airflow, but the branches are quite close to my fence, so I can tie them. So I'm planning on tying the branches individually to this fence, so they will have much more support and they can grow along the fence where they will be more protected. Here you can see there are some more birds coming out from the sides. I will leave them for now, but I will take this branch off, which is quite small, and basically it's sticking out in a wrong direction. So I will prune this branch, but I will leave the other birds in their place, and I will see next year if they grow branches on the side, so I can train them along the fence. If they don't quite grow in a desired position, then I can prune them next year again when the plant is dormant. So basically training a plant or tree takes some time, so it's like 2 to 3 years. You need to keep an eye on your tree or plant, how is it growing, and basically where you want to grow it, whether you are growing it in the ground or in the container, whether you are growing it in an open position or along the fence. So basically espalier trees are great to grow along the fences, so you can save a lot of space in your garden and you can still grow a fruit tree and enjoy delicious homegrown fruit from your own garden. So here you can see I have adjusted the tree in a suitable position, and basically I'm not putting the tree in the middle of the container. My idea is to plant the tree close to the fence, leaving a suitable gap for the airflow, but planting the tree in the container towards the side, so I will have some room in the container for like annual flowers, so I can still put some annual flowers which do not take much space in terms of root, so I can grow them along the tree. So here you can see I am filling up with more compost, which is multi-purpose compost. I have added some fertilizer in it. The plant is in dormancy, so it doesn't really need any fertilizer at this point, but once it starts growing in March somewhere, the fertilizer will really help it growing nice and good. So this tree is already like 2 meter tall, and it has already got 3 nice long branches, so I can hope to harvest some fruit next year. I will keep you updated about the progress of this tree. So my goal is now to grow this tree as an espalier along this fence. So as far as I can see, I am not going to change its position again. I think it will be suitable here, and this fence is like southwest facing, so it gets quite good amount of sun from like 12 1 o'clock until sunset. So this tree will get a lot of sun during the summer, and it also protected and sheltered from winds even in the winter time. So I think this is much better position for this tree. So as you can see, I have filled the container with compost, and now I'm making sure to pat it tightly so there are no air pockets. But you don't want to fill it too much, because basically there is a graft point where the root stock is joined to the main growing tree. So basically the graft is the union of two different varieties of plants. So it's the two different varieties of apple. So rootstock is from another apple variety, and the main growing plant is from another apple variety. So I want to keep that graft point above the soil level, and I don't want to bury it in the soil. And basically you can see that graft point where the two trees join together, and if some suckers grow from the rootstock, you want to prune them, because you don't want the plant to waste its energy on growing suckers. So basically the rootstock is from another apple tree which doesn't produce nice good fruit, and that rootstock has been used to graft another apple tree which produce delicious good nice sized apple fruit. So basically that's why we are growing this apple tree. So you don't want to bury the graft union below the soil level, and you do want to prune any suckers that come out of that rootstock. So basically that's the whole thing about planting your espalier apple tree. So if you buy an apple tree and you think it's much more suited along a fence, you can always plant it along the fence, and you can try to train it along the fence, or you can buy the trees which are already trained as espaliers. They cost a little more than normal tree. So basically if you buy trees that are already trained, they would cost much more than buying your own tree and try to train it. I didn't want to train it as an espalier tree in first place. So it's just happened that when it started growing during the season, I noticed it was growing in a fan shape. So I thought it would be good to train as an espalier tree. Here you can see I have tied the branches along the fence. So I have tied them very loosely, but they are strong enough to basically get the support from the fence. And once this tree starts growing and produce fruit, I think it would be much more strong, and it can handle the fruit in a much better way. So that's all about growing espalier tree and planting the trees in a container, and basically how to prune them. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. So please give it a thumbs up, and do subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my gardening videos. You can also join my channel for extra bucks. Thank you very much for watching today. See you next time. Bye.